Hi everyone, good morning and welcome to another edition of Sonya's Prep. This week is going to be all about how I take you along on how I'm going to get my kids in the spirit of celebrating the Jewish holiday of bishvat. By the time you're going to see it, it's going to be after the fact because bishvat was this Sunday, January 16th. It starts in the evening and it's going to end January 17th in the evening. It's all about the Jewish New Year for the trees. It's their birthday, as we say, and basically the tradition is to eat a lot of different types of fruits like figs, dates, grapes, olives, pomegranates. So I try to get as much of the things that I possibly could. Any kind of fruit is generally eaten as well. So I'm going to be taking you along on different projects that I want to do with my kids to get them in the spirit. And I hope you guys will hopefully do this maybe next year with your kids and your families. It's a lot of fun. It gets them in the mood. And I hope you guys like these videos. If you do, don't forget to give them a big thumbs up. Now let's get into the video. So this is, I guess, a part of the shopping haul of the stuff that we got for bishvat. So over here I have some walnut nuts and pistachios that I want to make the baklava with. And we got some like trail mix over here, some dried papayas and apples. And I'm not sure what that is over there. Then we have some fruits on the side. So we have apples, strawberries, apricots, pears. No, I don't know, is this dragon fruit? Grapes, or this is a dragon fruit? I'm not sure, but we try to get something new to say SHVAT on. And we also heavily try to get fruits that are known to be made in Israel, like figs, dates, olives, grapes, and things like that. So it's just a quick shopping haul. To incorporate the nuts and the seeds into my bishvat menu, I wanted to make a baklava. It's very simple to make. I did a 2-to-1 ratio of walnuts and pistachios, and I needed about 3 cups of this. So I'm placing the walnuts and pistachios into my food processor, and I'm going to give it a very nice blitz so that everything becomes nice and crushed. For those of you who may not know what baklava is, it is basically a pastry made with phyllo dough, which is multi-layered, filled with nuts. To make the filling, I used the crushed nuts, 1 cup of sugar, some vanilla extract, cinnamon, and 1 egg.
This is my mom.
Okay, spill it inside the bowl.
No, I want to.
Okay, let me try you spill the egg in. Okay, now we need 3 cups. 1, 2, 3 cups.
Okay, I'm doing this.
Hold on.
Box. Is that box? It's not a box. It looks like box. Wait, is it box?
Hold on.
No, I want to put. No, you did.
So I decided to leave the volume on here for a little bit just for you to get a sense of what it's really like to be cooking in the kitchen with the kids, but they're having a really nice time. They're learning how to share and they're learning how to cook in the kitchen. As you can see, as I'm cooking, I am cleaning up as I go along so that I have minimal messes to clean up. You know that your batter is ready when it looks not dry, as you can see here. If for some reason your batter does look dry, you can simply just add another egg into it. This is the phyllo dough that I'll be using. It's usually found in the freezer section of most supermarkets. I just let it thaw out for an hour or so and I take everything out. I'm going to be showing you just how I roll these baklavas. I'll be using 2 sheets of the phyllo dough for each baklava. So I'm going to be separating them out into 3 different sections. I also have some vegetable oil over there on the side with a pastry brush. You could use avocado oil, coconut oil, any kind of oil that is to your liking. With the other phyllo dough that I'm not using, I'm just going to be covering up so that they don't get dried out. When the dough is all separated out, I do brush each of the dough with a nice and generous amount of the oil to prevent it from drying out. And of course, my little guys are going to be helping me along. I then place a strip of the filling on the bottom portion of the phyllo dough and then roll everything up. I usually get between 5 and 6 rolls when I make this recipe, and the best part is the syrup that goes over the top, and I'll show you just how I make it. In a saucepan, I place 1 cup of water, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of honey, and I place it on the fire and let it come to a rolling boil. I then place all of that on top of the pre-cut baklavas. All of that delicious syrup is going to turn nice and sticky. I then place everything into a preheated oven set at 360 degrees for 20 minutes until everything is nice and golden. As soon as the baklava comes out of the oven, the syrup has to be poured over the baklava. Syrup then gets absorbed by the baklava and becomes yummy and sticky. Right after the syrup is poured over the top of the baklava, I slice them one more time. Another fun activity to do with the kids on Tu Bishvat is to take some dried fruits and put some chocolate on top of it or some caramel. As you can see here, I have some apricots, some dates, and some prunes. I have some dark and white chocolate over here that I'm going to be melting with equal parts of milk, or you can use, I guess, almond milk if you want to keep this dairy free. After everything is melted, I place it into the piping bags that you see right over there with the cups, and it'll just be easier for the kids to decorate with it. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna put it inside over here. Okay, look, let me show you one. We're gonna put cream. Now,
After cream, I eat.
squeeze, squeeze.
Squeeze everything.
Another super fun activity that I saw trending on Instagram is to make a chocolate bark. And I had the kids decorate it with different nuts and seeds, and boy, did they have so much fun with this. At first, my intention was to just make one chocolate bark tree with nuts and seeds, but then I quickly realized that it was most likely going to cause some trouble with all the kids sharing, so I decided to let them all do their own, and I think that was the best decision. Everyone had a chance to get all their creativity out, and they had something of their own that they did for the holiday, so I'm very happy with that decision. While my kids were having loads of fun decorating their trees, my husband was in the dining room setting up the beautiful Tu bishvat table. He's very creative and he has such a good eye for these things. We plated the baklava on a nice cute plate, as well as the dried fruits that the kids decorated earlier. The table is slowly coming along. We have the beautiful dried fruits that my husband decorated, the different nuts and seeds. All I have left to do is make a nice beautiful platter of the fruits that I'm going to be cutting up. Once we sit down at the table with everything set, my husband usually starts by telling the kids all about the holiday, its significance, and what it means. We then go around eating the fruits and all the yummy treats, and we also reserve a special fruit that we haven't eaten all year round and make a special blessing on it. Well, this is how we celebrated the Jewish holiday of Tu bishvat in our family. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. Until next time, happy Tu bishvat from my family to yours.